All right, we are live. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chris, and what just happened? There we go. All right, we should be live now. All right, what's up, everybody? My name is Chris, and this is We Love Comics. Let me know if you can see this. I think it's live as of now, so there we go. All right, here we go. Sorry about the little bit of a delay, but that happens sometimes when you're doing stuff live. If anybody is here, if they could leave a message in the comment section to let me know you're actually seeing this, I'd really appreciate it. But welcome, everybody. My name is Chris. This is We Love Comics. And today we're going to be doing the sneak peek video for my live comic book auction. That will be next Sunday, which is the 3rd of August, of course, 2025. It's going to be at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. And the sneak peek video, I'm going to just show the front and back of the book. I'm not getting into major details of it or anything like that. But if you're interested in acquiring any of these books, you can contact me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com before the auction ever happens. And if I accept the offer, it never sees the light of day on the auction and it becomes yours, whether you pay for it completely uh, full to get it right away, or if you need a payment plan, because those things will be available. And something new that happened starting last week, actually, if you join my paid Patreon account, and I'll show the information on how you can do that, because not only will you get your name shouted out in every video, but anytime I do an auction, a week before I do the sneak peek video, but if you become a paid Patreon member, a week before the sneak peek video, you can contact me and ask for the list of books, and you have the exclusive ability to be able to purchase and again make offers on any of the books before even the people in the sneak peek videos get the chance to see it. So you can go to patreon.com/we love comics if you want to do that. And let's give a shout out to our Patreon members while waiting for people to come in. So we got Sith Lord Michael B, Kevin W, Dan L, Herbert R, Annabelle N, Jason B, Kim N, Blessed, Joey S, our newest member on YouTube. Check out shout out to Kendall Kid Comics on Instagram. Check out at Scott WU077. Check out on Facebook, Stephen L. Turk Author. And last but not least, it's not Facebook, it's actually Instagram, so keep that in mind. Check out at Silver Age Surfer _comics on Instagram. If you want to pause this, if we get 20 paid members in any given month, I get giveaways that I will mail anywhere in the world and I will pay for the shipping and handling. You could, if you want to pause that, you can. Before I show the comics, let's show you guys so you could prepare for the auction, or if you're interested in making an offer for any of these comics, you could write this down. You could pause this part of the video because we're not doing the auction today, but you still have the ability to make offers on any of the books before they ever sees the auction next week. Ways to pay. I have Cash App, Venmo. If you use cash, there's special discounts, which I'll go over. Same thing with check or money order. And I also accept PayPal. So you could write these down. So this way you're prepared for the day of the live auction. One thing I will stress to everybody, 95% of my sales happen before or after the auction. Because what I do is I usually have a week before the auction where you can purchase comics by making offers. Now it's up to 2 weeks if you're a paid Patreon member. But I also allow 1 week after the auction is done to be able to purchase any unsold comics. And I have had the last two auctions where during the live auction, 0 people bid. And I actually sold more comics in those two auctions than I did all the others. So just because somebody might not bid on the day of the auction doesn't mean a comic won't sell. So be very careful about that because I stress that all the time. I get a lot of people before and after the auction because maybe they just have other things to do or they forget, but I give people the opportunity. As a matter of fact, I am the person that created comic book auctions on YouTube, and I'm also the most flexible and have different discounts. So let's just go over some of the auction rules, even though today, again, isn't the auction. This is stuff to know ahead of time. So this way, if you're going to be doing the auction, but also some of the things here will apply if you make an offer. So we'll skip the first couple of parts because that's irrelevant. Let's go to number 5. I want to make sure because this is something I gotta start checking up on. If you decide to do a payment plan, I need you guys to document, like, for example, if you pay, let's just say for argument's sake, August 3rd, you pay for your first payment. The next payment is due September 3rd. So put it in your calendar to make sure, because there have been a lot of people where I've had to message them every month to remind them about the payments. So I have to be strict on this because remember, guys, I'm doing deals that no one else does. I got to make sure you're on your end to be just as responsible as I am. If you are late on your payment, there is a $10 late fee. Now, if you let me know in advance, no problem with that. I can give you a couple of days or even a week or something. I am very flexible. But if the time period comes and goes and you don't even respond, there's a $10 late fee. So I want to let everybody know. If you miss 3 months of payments, you may be subject to any price increases. In other words, if all of a sudden within a 3 month period there's a movie or TV show deal that comes out or the value of the book starts going up, you are subject to pay the difference. So it pays to be somebody responsible with their payments. Okay. Shipping, domestic shipping, and that's only the 48 continental United States. It's $22.99. It will be shipped priority mail, well packaged, well protected, and it will be sent to you very quickly. It's $3.99 for every other comic that you get. So if you get multiple orders, I'm not going to charge you $22.99 each time. It'll be $3.99 extra for the second and continuing. I will do international, but keep in mind, international is going to be a lot more expensive. I can't control that. That's, the postal service. International shipping, which includes Hawaii and Alaska, it's $69.99. Again, it's going to be well protected and it's $7.99 per extra comic. Now, here's where the discounts apply. So this is important. If you decide to pay me cash, and I have many people that do that, they will mail me cash. And this is what I recommend. Don't send cash in a generic envelope because if that doesn't say, hey, open me, I don't know what else. What I tell people is, first of all, make sure you have it insured. Send it signature verification so it cannot get lost, and put it in like a small box or something. So this way it's more concealing than, at Christmas time when everybody sends Christmas cards, it basically invites people to steal your stuff. So I want people to be, extra careful so you don't have to worry. Uh, no payment has ever been lost. There have been some that have been delayed, but nothing's been ever lost. So if you have it insured, you have a tracking number, you have its signature verification, you really don't have to worry. But if you do send cash, and I've had people from other countries do it, and if you're one of the people that's done it, put it in the comment section or in the live chat and share your experiences so people can know that, when you order from me, you get what you see. It's going to be in the condition that you saw it. It's going to be quick, and I'm going to be very flexible and work with you in ways that no one else does. So if your total after, well, not including like shipping costs, is between 199 and 499, you'll get a 2% discount if you send cash. If the item is between 500 and 999, it's a 5% discount. If the item or items total $1,000 or more, you get a 7% discount. You will also get free domestic shipping and a free comic for every comic that you buy. Now, if you pay with check or money order, the prices are 1%, 4%, and 6% for the same dollar values, half price domestic shipping, and a free comic. If you pay with Venmo or Cash App, you'll just get a free comic. PayPal, there are no discounts. So I am very flexible with people when it comes to how you want to pay. And then I've extended the payment plans to make it a lot more easier for people. Again, this is something exclusive to my channel. It's my idea. No one else does it. And this is a way you could buy more expensive comics without paying interest, because I do not charge interest for this. The only thing happens, like I said, if you're late on your payment, there is a $10 charge, and I have to be strict with that. I'm not trying to be mean, but if people are not going to let me know about it and I have to contact 20 different people all the time, it gets a little frustrating. So I need people to work with me. I work with you. I need you to work with me. But the payment plan goes as follows. From $399 to $599, you can get up to 2 months payment plan. Again, no interest. If the items total $600 to $799, it's a 3 month payment plan option. $800 to $999, 6 months. $1,000 to $1,999, 9 month payment plan. The book is $2,000 to $29.99. It's 1 year. If it's $3,000 to $3,999, you get 18 months payment plan. And if it's $4,000 or more, you can get up to a 2 year payment plan. Again, no interest. So a $4,000 book with a 2 year payment plan is roughly about $155 a month. So you can get some mega key comics that you can't even get with PayPal credit because they do 6 months and you have to have a certain amount. I'm doing potentially up to 2 years. So again, look at the bottom. Late payments without emails in advance have a $10 late fee charge. So make sure you keep track of due payments. So I need people to, if they decide to do a payment plan, and I'm willing to do this again with no interest in everything, I need people to make a schedule on their phone or on their computer or on their calendars marking this is the time the payments have to be sent. I always give people the first time as kind of freebie, but if it continues, I have to charge the late fees because remember, this is my source of income. So I'm trying to do it to be able to pay bills. So with that out of the way, we've got Uncle Obscene here. I can see and hear you. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate that. Welcome. Let's put on the show. So I added about 10 new books from what I was originally deciding to do. The Hulk 181, the 5.0, has officially been sold. The person, we contacted each other. We crossed the T's and dotted the I's. And so that Hulk 181 is no longer available. But I got, as you'll see, it's going to go from the worst books all the way up to the best. So when you see the first one, you're going to see I don't sell generic books. I don't sell comic book runs. I don't sell dollar comics that I'm trying to get rid of. I sell key books that everybody wants. So with that being said, if you are interested in any of these, contact me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. If I get multiple emails from people, basically, we're going to do a little bit of a bidding war, and the person that offers the highest amount is going to get it. So, payments for a deposit, if you're not paying in full, have to be within 24 business hours. So, if you need an extra day, let me know. Don't leave me hanging. Let me know, and I'll work with you. All right, so this is the quote unquote worst comic for sale on my auction. So, this is the lowest one. So, the first book is going to be on Sunday, August 3rd at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Fantastic Four, number 49. That is the first full Galactus. Second appearance of Silver Surfer. Iconic cover, first appearance on a cover at a respectable 4.0 with creamed off-white pages. Okay, so I'm just going to show the front and back. Again, this is a sneak peek, so I'm not going into major details like reading the grader's notes or anything. So if you want to add this to your collection, contact me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com, make me an offer, and if I accept it, it never sees the light of day. Next up, Silver Surfer, number 3, first Mephisto. It has now been confirmed. Mephisto is going to be in the MCU. Let's see what happens with him from here. Higher grade book. Silver Surfer number 3 at a 6.0, cream to white pages. So again, you could see I'm just showing the front and the back of the book. So if you're interested in acquiring this book, you can either take your chances and wait for the auction, or you can contact me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com and make an offer. Next up, Silver Surfer number 1. So again, I'm selling the key books that people want. Lower grade 3.0, but it makes it more affordable for people, and say it with me. Low grade is better than no grade. This is the origin of Silver Surfer and his first solo title. So you can see for 3.0, presents pretty darn well. Has off-white to white pages. All of these books, by the way, except maybe one or two, which I'll mention, were graded by me. So I can guarantee, like, for example, the Hulk 181, that's no longer for sale, but I can guarantee the Marvel value stamps in there because it was my book, and I always check things before I ever send them out. All right, next up. Oh, hold on a second. I want to put this back on there so I don't lose track. And if any bag ends up being ripped or anything like that, which I think I replaced them all, but if there's a ripped bag, I'll just replace it. Next up, key book, Fantastic Four, number 13, 3.0. This is a Stan Lee story, first appearance of the Watchers and the Red Ghost. So again, I'll show the back of the book. No, not bad, presents itself pretty darn well for a 3.0. Has creamed off-white pages. So if you're interested in making an offer on that book, peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. I'm going to say that many times. All right, next up, we know they're coming. This is X-Men number 94. This is where the new team of the X-Men start. It is a higher grade, but there is some minor restoration. Now, the reason I'm selling this one, as you can see, it's got minor color touch. I don't know where the color touch is, but when it's minor, it's usually somebody puts like a little marker or something. You can literally tear that out if you can find it, have it resubmitted, and it will no longer have color touch. So my thing is, if you're going to get a restored grade, because I've done this before with my Batman 59 first Deadshot. I originally sent it in graded and came back restored with color touch. And I saw on the bottom it had color touch. I literally ripped off the color touch and resent it in, and I ended up getting it as unrestored. So if you're going to have something that's restored, this is something, one of the few that could be fixable. Because, like, for example, if a book is trimmed, you cannot put new pieces back. It'll still be restored even if you do that, because there are books where people replace parts. But when it comes to something like a minor color touch, it's usually just a little pen marker or something. You can literally just rip it off. It might go down to a 5.5, but hey, a 5.5 with no restoration is definitely better. So I want to make sure I let people know about that. Off-white to white pages, still going to be cheaper than what most people are going to sell on eBay. And remember, my prices, if you look up the prices of these books, remember that if you see a book that's sold for, let's just say, $500 on eBay, remember it's $500 plus shipping and handling plus eBay taxes. So even though it'll show something sold for 500, it hasn't sold for 500. It sold for probably about 550. Now this one has a little bit of a rip on the bag. There's nothing wrong with the case or anything, so I'll replace that if somebody buys it. But here we got an early Amazing Spider-Man. Amazing Spider-Man number 7. So your opportunity to get one of the first 10 issues of Amazing Spider-Man 3.0, so it makes it very affordable. It is the second appearance of the Vulture. Off-white pages. And again, I'll show the back so you can see there's not major tears and, coupons cut out or anything like that. And again, that's just the bag. That must have happened when I was taking them out and didn't realize it on this one. But again, I'll replace that, no problem. So if you're interested in Amazing Spider-Man number 7, you can contact me, peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. So I keep forgetting to put the indicating sticker back, because I always like to keep track of everything. All right. Next up, same book as before, higher grade. So if somebody wants a higher grade, here's Silver Surfer number 1 at a 5.0. So a nice mid-grade comic. These comics are definitely harder to get in higher grade because, number one, it's like twice to 2.5 times thicker than the average comic. It's a square bound. so there's more chances of damage. And especially with a lot of the black on the cover, very hard to keep that intact. So 5.0 is very respectable for this book. Off-white to white pages. And again, I will show the back so you can see it's not ripped to shreds or anything. So if you're interested in a higher grade Silver Surfer #1 at a 5.0, nice mid-grade book, still in the affordable range, peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com, or you can wait and take your chance at the auction. All right, this one, hold on. Let me put a piece of tape. Nothing wrong with the case. This is for my own personal use. This one is a CGC book. So I did not grade this one myself. I bought it already graded. So I don't know if it's ever been pressed or dry cleaned. So I don't know if a pressing or dry cleaning could improve the grade. It could, but I'm not going to guarantee it because I don't know. Maybe the person that got it graded pressed and dry cleaned it. But again, if you want a higher grade book of Fantastic Four #49 for the CGC lovers out there, this is again, mid-grade. So it's still fairly affordable, but you're not talking multiple thousands of dollars for a book. So it's a 5.0 off-white pages. And again, you could see the back of the book. So for somebody that's a CGC fan, and again, could potentially get pressed and dry cleaned and maybe increase the grade, but again, I cannot guarantee it. Peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. Next up, very early, Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four #3. This has significance because it's the first time they have their costumes. Because the first two issues, they were just in regular street clothes. And also, first appearance of the Fantastic Car. Lower grade, say it with me, low grade is better than no grade. This book in higher grade, you're talking in the thousands of dollars. So even getting lower grade books, and even, again, you can see with the back, I mean, there's a little piece missing, but considering for a 1.8, presents pretty well. It has off-white to white pages, so it does say first appearance of the Miracle Man also, the Fantastic Car, and they don their, not only their costumes, but also establish their headquarters. So very significant book, very key issue, very affordable with the lower grade. But by affordable, I don't mean $50 or anything. All right, next up. This is another book. No, I thought this was a CGC. I apologize. All right, I'll just cover that up later. Fantastic Four #48. This is the big boy book. This is the first appearance of Galactus in a cameo and the first full appearance of Silver Surfer. His first appearance because Silver Surfer does not have a first cameo. So this is the first appearance of the Silver Surfer, and it's also his first full appearance, but it's also the first cameo appearance of Galactus. Nice 2.5. This one it's not restored, but it has multiple pieces of tape on the interior and exterior of spine. To me, tape is no big deal. That is not restoration. And then you could see somebody took a grease pen at one point. I don't know if a dry cleaning or anything could get that out. That probably would raise the grade, but somebody decided to doodle on it at some point. Probably one of the reasons why it's a 2.5, but still, if you're hanging it up on the wall, this is the side you're going to show off. So again, I sell only key books. So 2.5, it has off-white to white pages. So if you want to make a offer on that, again, peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. This is another CGC book. This is a higher grade book. I bought this one already graded, so I do not know again if it's ever been pressed. I do not know if a pressing can make it higher. but it could, so I'll keep that in mind. So we have X-Men number 28, first appearance of the Banshee. Now, who knows if he's going to appear in the new X-Men movies, but if he does, now's the time to be getting books like this. 8.0. So a nice higher grade for a Silver Age Key X-Men book. And I'll show the back of the book as well. And again, this is a CGC book that I bought already graded, so I don't know if it's ever been pressed, and I don't know if a pressing or dry cleaning could improve it. You could take the chance. Off-white pages, peacefulfeelings at yahoo.com if you're looking to get that book. All right. Next up, I have so many copies of these, that's why I'm going to be selling a couple of them. And that's why I tell people all the time, it pays to buy multiple copies of stuff because then you can actually, even if I sell all three of these, I still have about 2 or 3 more. So, and I've sold probably 5 or 6 of these in the past 2 or 3 years. So when you have multiple copies of stuff, you could sell them or trade them and still end up having a copy. Because every now and then I forget and I end up selling the last one of something I own. But hey, I'll get it back eventually if that's the case. But here we go. Fantastic Four, number 49. This is a 6.0. So we're talking higher grade books now. This one looks really darn good for a 6.0. And especially the back of that book looks pretty darn nice. So again, we have already gone over the significance of this book. This is for people who like higher grade books and could afford them or take advantage of the payment plans. Off-white to white pages. So not bad at all for a higher grade book. Let's show a golden age with the Superman movie. Here's your chance to get an early Superman. This has significance, ladies and gentlemen. This is Superman number 15. It is a 1.0. The cover is detached and a full spine split. That's why it's a 1.0. But it is complete, unrestored, no coupons missing. Definitely a great book. It's got a Jerry Siegel story. So if you're looking to get, and again, for a 1.0, it presents really well. But again, because it's a spine split and the cover is detached, that's why it's got such a low grade. But how often do you get a chance to buy early Superman books? So if you're interested in acquiring a Golden Age early Superman, peacefulfeelings at yahoo.com. Next up, look, I keep forgetting. That's what happens when you get old. And by the way, if you want to hit thumbs up or thumbs down, I'll leave that up to you. All engagement is appreciated. All viewership is appreciated. And let's also say hi to Fieri23. I don't think I've seen you here before. Welcome. We got Phil. We got Punisher XS. Welcome. If you want to join the live chat, please do. I do a surprise subscriber shout out at the end of all videos. You don't even have to be a subscriber to get the shout out, and there are some advantages to that. Next up, this has got the old PGX label. This is before I knew about pressings and dry cleanings. So I'll be honest, I don't think this will get a higher grade, and I'll explain why. That's why I left this one in the older label without taking it out. But this, of course, it's a higher grade of Fantastic Four number 48. It is a 5.0. Now, the reason I say it doesn't even pay unless you just like the newer labels or whatever, it has a subscription crease down the middle. So, because it has a color breaking subscription crease, the highest grade this book can get is a 5.0. So, again, I'll show the back. Presents really well. If that didn't have the subscription crease, this would be a much higher grade. But again, that's why I left it in this old case, because, and there you go, you could see the subscription crease, color breaking all the way down. The highest grade it can get is a 5.0. So to me, it wouldn't make sense to spend the extra money to get this book regraded because, it could get damaged in the mail or something, or somebody could, handle it wrong and you end up with a lower grade, or it gets lost in the mail and it disappears, Allah forbid. But if you're interested in a mid-grade Fantastic Four 48, peacefulfeelings at yahoo.com. Jacob, the Hulk 181 is no longer available. The person contacted me last night and told me they are interested in it. If the person fails to make the payments, I will make an announcement. They said they needed a couple extra days. I have no problem with that. As long as somebody lets me know in advance, I have no problem if it takes an extra day or two to come up with a deposit. I work with people. If anybody's bought from me before, put it in the comment section or in the live chat and share the experience to show that I will be very flexible. All right, next up. And again, I forgot to put the tape back on. If I do it again, you can all hit the thumbs down because that's a bad job for me. Here is another. This is restore. Well, it's qualified. The centerfold is missing. It does affect the story. So it's incomplete. But still, when you're talking bigger books, doesn't really matter. Now, this is All-Star Comics number 6 at a 3.5. Wonder Woman comes out All-Star Comics number 8. So this is 2 issues before Wonder Woman was ever created, or at least put onto the comic book world. This does have some significance. It does have off-white to white pages. Johnny Thunder joins the JSA, and the Flash becomes an honorary member. So there is some minor significance, but again, how many people can you say own books like this? Even though the centerfold is missing and it's incomplete, still great book to have to your collection, and I definitely priced it to where if somebody makes an offer, this isn't $100 book or anything, but, complete version of this book would be in the thousands. So, still a great book to have. You can contact me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. Right. And I forgot, so you guys can hit the thumbs down by all means. Another Superman book. This one has a major key in it. I will change the bag. I'm just going to take the bag out now, make it a lot easier. This one is complete, no restoration, but there is a full spine split. Front and back cover taped to spine. Again, tape is not restoration. We got a significant book here. This is Superman issue number 13. This is the first time that Jimmy Olsen's name is put in the comics. He's just known as Jimmy, but it's the first appearance of the Archer. That's a villain. Jimmy Olsen appearance. His name Jimmy was revealed first time in comic books. Last name uh, not used until issue 15. So the other book, issue 15, is the first time he's called Jimmy Olsen. This is the first time he's known as Jimmy, because before that, he was just known as Office Boy. Jacob, am I selling a Hulk 180? I did not intend to, but if you're interested, contact me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com, and I'll look and see if I have one that I could sell. I can do that for you if you're interested, because I have multiple copies of Hulk 180. It's another book I bought many of. So if you're interested in a very key book, first time Jimmy Olsen is revealed as Jimmy, because before that he was Office Boy. Again, not restored, complete. And I'll show the back. Presents pretty darn well for a 1.5. Especially with the Superman movie. And again, I will put a new bag, because this bag is pretty crappy. And I don't want anybody to have that kind of thing happen to where they have a crappy bag. Okay, I'm just going to deal with this later. Another big boy book. Not many people have the chance to own this book. Now's your opportunity. Not a cheap book, but again, with the payment plans, we got ourselves Amazing Spider-Man #2. First appearance of the Vulture. Lower grade book, but it is complete. No restoration, no tape, no nothing. 1.5 off-white to white pages. And again, for a 1.5 presents pretty darn well. So, big boy book here. So in this auction, I'm selling issue 7 and issue 2. So you could potentially own 2 of the first 10 Amazing Spider-Man books. And again, payment plans, cash discounts, no eBay taxes. Comic could be yours if the price is right. Okay, this is a CGC book. It is qualified. Um, I have not taken it out to be graded or anything. So again, I don't know if a pressing or dry cleaning can improve it. But pages 8, 22, 24, and 25 are missing. But it does not affect the story. But there's a chance to own a very early Golden Age Batman. Batman issue number 13. So even though it's missing some, I guess basically advertisements pages, because it does not affect the story, these books complete, especially in a 4.5 grade, can get pretty expensive. So here's a chance to get a Golden Age book. This came out in 1942. Cream to off-white pages. Jerry Robinson, cover and art. Does have a Joker appearance, by the way. It's funny, almost all the early Golden Age Batman books I bought all seem to have Joker appearances. All right, last 2 books. So again, if you're interested in these, you can take the chance and wait for the auction and maybe get into a bidding war or get outbid. Or somebody else comes along and buys it beforehand, or you can contact me, peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com, and make an offer on any of these before the auction ever starts. Sequential Geek is here, says all the best on your auction. Just swinging by for a moment to say hi. Always appreciate you, Sequential. Thank you for the kind words. All right, another big boy book, another Amazing Spider-Man book. Here's your chance to own first appearance of the Green Goblin. Amazing Spider-Man #14. Only appearance of his magical flying vacuum, because remember, his next appearance, which is Amazing Spider-Man 17, he has his glider. So the only time where he has his magic vacuum. Nice, respectable 4.0 grade. Off-white to white pages. And again, for a book or a 4.0, presents pretty darn well. So again, I'm selling the big boy books everybody wants. And with the payment plans, makes it a lot easier to be able to afford these. And if you decide to send cash or money orders or checks, you get discounts on the price. So it's kind of a no-brainer to get an opportunity for a book that you may not have been able to get. Last but not least, this is a CGC book. It is restored, but when you see the book, doesn't matter. There are certain books you don't care if it's restored, you don't care if it's qualified. Some people can only afford to buy just the cover of this book. It is a .5 restored, but it is complete. Here's your chance to be able to get Fantastic Four #1. First appearance of the Fantastic Four. Now, this is a facsimile cover. It has a wrong back cover. The rest of the book is complete. The restoration includes a little bit of glue which I always hated that because they don't consider tape restoration, but glue they do. It's basically the same thing. I mean, you could see tape. You can't see the glue most of the time, but it is what it is. Um, Again, I talked about the front is a color copy and the wrong back cover. The centerfold is reinforced, but again, as you could see, complete. Here's your chance. This will qualify for the payment plan of at least 18 months, depending on what somebody wants to pay for this book. It's not a cheap book. Go look up a restored point .5, and you will see, even if this goes to auction, you will see I'm selling this for about $800 cheaper than the lowest one that was a point .5 restored sold for. So here's your chance with between 18 months and possibly 2 years payment plan, which would come out roughly to about $155 a month with no interest to own the first appearance of Fantastic Four. I have another copy. I have a 2.5 signed by Stan Lee. So I do not mind selling my second one to have somebody have a chance. Because like I say all the time, low grade is better than no grade. Yes, it has a facsimile cover. I have 4 different comics, including Amazing Spider-Man #1. I also have a Batman 59. I have a second copy that's coverless. To me, you still own the first appearance of Fantastic Four. And it is complete. Nothing missing in between the pages. peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com if you're interested in any of these books. So let me know. Again, these are the payment plan options. So you could write that down. The auction is going to be August 3rd. You can contact me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com for any of the books that you saw before the auction. Here's the rules if you want to maybe write them down or anything to be prepared for the auction that happens. These are all the different ways to pay. So there's multiple different ways to pay, but like I said, you get discounts, free shipping domestically, and free comics if you use cash, check, or money orders. And there's my thumbnail. So if you want to critique that, you can. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. The auction is August 3rd. That's 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Anybody that makes any of these purchases beforehand, I will let people know that books are no longer available. Like, for example, the Hulk 181 that was supposed to be for sale, somebody took advantage of it. So that's the advantages, especially, like I said before, if you become a paid Patreon member, you now get up to a week access before the sneak peek video comes out. So basically, you have 2 weeks before an auction happens to be able to make an offer on any book. And one of my paid Patreon members, I won't say who it is, because they may do a live unboxing for all I know, and I don't want to ruin it for them. But a paid Patreon member at patreon.com/WeLoveComics, you get a week before the sneak peek video comes out to be able to contact me to ask for the list of the books that are going to be sold, and you can make an offer and have them taken out before even the sneak peek video. So one person took advantage of that, is using the payment plan, and that's why the Hulk 181 is no longer available. So take advantage of getting these books before anybody else can. Save you from a bidding war, save you from forgetting or missing the auction, or end up, being outbid because it ended up being higher than what you would have initially paid if you would have made an offer. And that's why I keep saying 95 to sometimes 100% of my people that purchase from me purchase before or after the auction. I have not had an auction yet where I didn't make a sale. And again, the last 2 auctions, during the live auctions, not one person bid on anything. And in the end, I sold about half of each list from each auction. So don't let the actual auction fool you. And you do take a chance if you wait until the day of the auction. So that's it. Thank you very much. If you want to critique it, positive or negative, thumb it up or thumb it down, I'll leave it to you. You can subscribe or hit unsubscribe. If any of you out there, if there's anybody out there with some kindness in their heart, and they can share this video to anybody that you know that might be interested in buying comics, getting great deals, if you can share this video, it would really be appreciated because, like I said, this is my income. I don't go on government programs. I don't steal. I don't take advantage of older people and, scam them out of their money or anything like that. My job is to sell comics and pay bills. And a lot of that money goes towards all the cats and stray cats that I take care of. So helping to share this helps me, and I would really appreciate it. You don't have to, and most probably won't. But if there's one person with a kind heart that could share it, and maybe it brings me an extra sale, I'll really appreciate it and you'll be doing a good deed. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. I look forward to reading any comment if I get one. Last video, I got 0 comments. Yep, it is what it is. People don't like to engage in my videos, but they do in the live chat. So right now, the surprise subscriber shout out, Jacob Morgan. Actually, we're going to do everybody. So Uncle Obscene, Thierry 23, Phil, Punisher XS, Jacob Morgan, and Sequential Geek. I'm going to give you all the surprise subscriber shout outs because I appreciate you taking the time to leave a live chat. So if anybody wants this video uploads, wants to leave a comment, I will respond. I will read each and every one. So I look forward to hearing from you all. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. Join my Patreon at patreon.com/WeLoveComics. Become a paid member so you'll get that advantage of early access to be able to purchase any auctions, get your name up on the board. There's the giveaway. Don't need the camera, the auction rules. And again, you could reach me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. And there's the payment plans. No one else does it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day. And don't forget, it's not you. It is not I. It is We Love Comics. I'll look forward to reading your emails and seeing if anybody makes any offers. And I'll see the rest of you on the auction. Until then, don't forget to have your trolls spayed or neutered.